Alright, that's the causeway at Rockingham going over to Garden Island. I'm parked down the bottom there. School camp just across the road there. Rockingham itself, you can see some high-rise buildings off in the distance. That's just the other side of the centre of Rockingham. And we're going to walk up this track here and do a little walk today around Peron, Peron Peninsula, or whatever you like to call it. Hopefully it won't be too many flies or snakes. There's some steps there. Never seen those before. I might go and have a look. Just up there, some steps go up. There's an old water tank up there. Japanese pepper tree, which is not native. Bits of asbestos. There's a couple of concrete pads and some rubbish lying around. So it would have been an old house site. Probably like the commanding officer's house or something, I don't know. They did have a barracks up here for the gun crews, but I'm not sure exactly where it was. But anyway, keep wandering. There you go, down in there, that's the old command bunker. You can see it's got those two like big chunks of concrete on top. That actual bunker would have been covered, probably covered with sand and then camouflaged during the war. There's an observation post up top here and searchlight. There's a gun emplacement, can't really see it, other side of that hill there. And the second gun emplacement, which they've got a dummy looking gun in further over that way. And some people with yellow shirts and a blue shirt, they look like scouts or something, on the coastal track that we're going to walk around. But first, up the hill. Alright, this is just behind the searchlight bunker there. There's a car park down there. You can walk up from the car park up to here. There's another little track, these stairs going down to a car park down there, and the car park where I was. As you can see, Rockingham out in the distance. Can't remember the name of that bay, but Penguin Island is out over that way. And we'll walk right around where the coastal track goes. Garden Island over in that way with a few ships in, and the command bunker we just saw was just down there. So we'll go down up over that dune, past the old gun, have a look at the other gun that's sort of an imitation gun, and then keep on going back around the coastline. Whilst you're here you can read that. I'd love to get onto Garden Island, because you have the 4 points on the island I'd like to go and see, but there's nothing there. It's just sort of like remains like this here. Anyway, keep walking. From memory, the top part of this had the searchlight in it, and the bottom part had the aiming device. And they also had a anti-submarine net that went across the opening there. Stop the sneaky boys from coming in and blowing up the port. A little bit windy. That's alright. Somewhere in here, in this area, might actually be on the other side of that hill. I haven't walked over it yet. They had the barracks, which were for the guns, so the gun crews lived in the barracks. But I haven't found it yet. I haven't found anything that resembles it. That hut that we saw was just on the back side. Should be in the distance. It's just on this side of that hill. I'd say there was a roadway. Yeah, one day I'll find it. Okay, top of that hill there, you can see the old gun emplacement as it's sliding down the hill, and behind it's the bunker for that emplacement. Yeah, Rockingham down there, and this is it's been done up. It's an imitation gun, trying to make it look like what it would have been like a bit when the real gun was here. Ammunition bays, there's another ammunition bay there, and there's a crew bunker here. Which, yep, it's still open. A little bit dark. This probably won't see anything. Anyway, there's 3 rooms in here. Three rooms, the crew rooms. Now, somewhere just behind us over here used to be like a little roadway, tramway, where they brought the ammunition up to the guns. So I'm not going to push my way through all this thick vegetation in the middle of summer. Almost guaranteed to get bitten by a snake. You can sort of see it here. There's a hollow down there, and it chuffs off down that direction. And that's probably the old line that brought the ammunition up. But I still, like, there's a hollow in there, there's nothing in there. There's a big hollow behind that hill that I haven't really had a good look through. Flies, love them. In this hollow here, there could have been the barracks in there, sort of, you can't see it from out in the ocean, tucked away in there, and it's not too far for the gunners to run up to the guns. I'll be naughty, it's only an imitation anyhow. Not a bad view. I'm not going to walk out to the points, I'm just going to go this track down here, and it turns and goes around. You can see the divots in the concrete there, and over in there. That's where they prepared the rounds, so the large area inside would have been for the actual bombs, shells, and the cordite stores or bags of charges for them would have been in there, and they'd assemble them, chuck them into the gun and go. This little area here just reminds me so much of Rottnest, apart from the the town behind us. But yeah, it's just, everything looks like Rottnest, and it smells like Rottnest, and the beaches and the limestone, very much. There's a hollow in here that I haven't explored. I'm not going to do it today, even though I've got jeans on. That could be where the barracks were built. The barracks were run down after the war. They let them fall apart, and then they decided to bulldoze them, which is a pity. It would have been a good spot. But up in here, sort of in there, I reckon that's probably where they were, because it's close to the guns. But yeah, I'm not keen on wandering through the long grass and that in the middle of summer, especially with hungry snakes around. This is so much like Rottnest. Some of the coastal tracks over there. I don't know, winter time I might come back through here. I have flown the drone over this and actually done a three-dimensional map of the area with the drone, but I didn't see anywhere that was like had flat spots, unless they built them on stilts, the old wooden stump houses type things. They could have done that, and then they wouldn't have to flatten the spot out. And this, there's sort of like little exits, little entrances going sort of up in there, but nothing there. I don't know, I'll have to have a good look around one day. Rockingham in the distance. I had to wait for these walkers to get past me. All the... Are they caterpillars or spiders? Look like caterpillar nests. Like just in there. There's definitely a flat spot just in there. I don't know, I'll have to have a really good look through here. Dodge all the toilet paper. Not a bad little spot. And obviously Garden Island in the distance. You can see the Navy ship over there, it's one of the supply ships. Not much else in. Oh, there's a couple of destroyers in there. Alright, just around this point here, this has all been made up to stop the erosion, coastal erosion. Because at certain times you get waves coming down through here, pushing up along this headland. Around the corner, that's where the car park is, so it's not too far to go. Good walk. There's a few tracks through here that you can walk on. Certainly get a good view out over the ocean, and there is actually some weather coming in. So probably time to get back to the car.